Sup YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. Let's get into this new video today, okay? Alright, so in policing, there is a phrase that we use often with cadets when they're in the academy. It goes like this: simply that your reputation starts day one. And it's meant to instill this work ethic and this care for everything that they do, because so much rides on them and their professionalism when they hit the streets, when they're doing the job. But what so many people in our profession don't understand is that it also really applies to our retirement. See, unbeknownst to many, your reputation in law enforcement and your retirement in law enforcement start at the same time. So check this out. What if I told you that you could be a multi-millionaire by the time you retire from law enforcement if you just do 3 simple things while you're still in the academy? Would you be interested in finding out more about that? And this isn't no sell gimmick. So what if I sweetened the deal for you? What if I said that the 3 things that I would have you do aren't even out of this world complicated, and it really only requires one consistent virtue from you, and that's discipline? Would you be interested then? That's the only thing that's required, is that you remain disciplined. Would you be interested in hearing more about that? Yeah, I thought so. So let's set it up. When you get hired by a police department, in most cases, especially as someone who has no experience in law enforcement, you're going to go through an academy. That's just how it works in our profession. You need to get trained, right? So the thing about the academy is, as a cadet, that is going to be the lowest amount of money that you make while you're employed with this police department. It's going to be the lowest. Now, I know that most cadets, myself included when I went through, are eyeing graduation not only for the accomplishment, but also for that big pay raise that they know is waiting for them as soon as they cross that stage and get commissioned. In many instances, the raise from cadet to sworn officer can be as much as $10,000 to $20,000 per year. Now, see, I can already see what you're thinking, like, oh man, that's a lot. You rubbing your hands thinking about that new truck you're gonna get. Don't. Follow these 3 steps instead. All right, so step 1, get used to living off of your cadet salary. Plain and simple. Think about it. Typically, you're going to go to the academy for 6 to 8 months. And like I said before, this is going to be the lowest that you get paid while you're working for this department or agency. And somehow though, even though it's the lowest that you're going to get paid, somehow over that 6 to 8 months, you still manage to pay your rent, pay your car bill, pay your insurance, pay for gas, cover food, and cover any other expenses that you have. So instead of eyeing that new truck, that new house, that new gadget upon graduation with that big pay bump, don't. Continue to live off of the money that you're already being paid as a cadet in the academy. This is the very first step. You cannot go on to step 2 without doing this. Don't go crazy when you graduate. Step 2, start contributing to your 457B, also known as deferred comp, while you're still in the academy. This will likely be an option for you. It should be an option for you. It's going to be a part of the paperwork that you do during your first week in the academy. Make sure you start contributing. At this point, the percentage really isn't as important, but it's important that you start. Now, if you're out there and you're like, what's a 457B? What's deferred comp? Don't worry. Next week's video, we're going to go, I'm talking about just all in deep detail on what 457Bs are and how to best use them and what they can do for you and how they can act as an insurance against your pension. But for now, just trust me. Using and leveraging your 457B early on while you're still in the academy is the vehicle that can launch you into multimillionaire status by the time you retire. But that's only going to happen if you follow the advice of step 3. All right, and last, step 3, fully max out the contribution to your 457B when you graduate. That's right. Instead of getting that new truck or new whatever, use that 10 to 20K raise that you just got and use it to max out your contribution, your yearly contribution to your 457B. Trust me, the return on your money is going to be a hell of a lot better than it would be getting some new car or some new gadget that you're interested in. Waiting and not maxing out your 457B can literally shave years of compound interest off of your in lump sum when you're looking at retirement. And that can equal hundreds of thousands of dollars. Look, I'm giving you guys the best advice I can. Personally, I wish that I would have had someone tell me this when I was still in the academy. Now I have to wait until I take my department's promotion test and use that increase in pay to then max out my 457. But I've already missed out on years of potential max contributions into my 457B account. So take advantage of step 3. So FYI, right? Just so you guys know that I'm not out here trying to sell or talk about things that I'm not heavily involved in or invested in myself. I personally, right now, today, contribute 13% of my monthly pay to my 457B. All right, so that ends up being about $500 a paycheck or $1,000 a month. Okay, my plan, right, because I didn't do this when I was in the academy, so now I have to wait until I take my promotion test, right? And at my department, going from officer to corporal is about an $8,000 raise. So my plan is now, once I take that test and pass, I'm going to use that $8,000 and just dedicate 100% of it to maxing out my 457B contributions, because that's how much I believe in this investment vehicle. But truth be told, this is just one of many investments that I hold and that I'm invested in. And we'll get way more into that as the video and the channel continues to put out more content. But for right now, please take advantage of this opportunity with these 3 steps. These 3 steps, if done correctly, can set you up to be a multimillionaire by the time you retire in 25, 30 years from law enforcement. So remember, guys, key takeaways from today's video, right? Basically, what I'm trying to tell you guys is live below your means. Just because you're getting more money doesn't mean you have to spend more money, all right? Remain disciplined, max out your contributions to your 457B, and set yourself up for a comfortable 7-figure retirement when you're finally done with law enforcement. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys take this advice and you act on these 3 steps. Do them. If you don't, it's just information. I'm just here talking to a camera. You guys need to act on the information. Do it. I promise you, it will pay dividends. It will pay off, and you can be a multimillionaire yourself, your family, when you retire from this career in law enforcement. All right. Tune in next week, please. We're going to be going over 457Bs. We're going all in on them. I'm covering everything that you can possibly need to know. And you guys are really going to see why I feel that contributing heavily to your 457B can act as almost like an insurance policy against your pension. You know, those things that are always constantly under attack every time we have a contract negotiation. Insure yourself against a dwindling pension and maximize your retirement benefits. Again, it's Xavier Wells with Cadet Rookie Cop. Please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and share this with your friends. Share this with people who are thinking of going to law enforcement. If you know anyone that's in the academy right now, definitely send them a plug to this video. This is critical information that can literally have your retirement looking completely different. Thanks, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.